Welcome back into Louisiana Crab Shack for 3 to See. I'm solo this week, but just means more crawfish for me here at Louisiana Crab Shack. Got a great atmosphere down here for a lot of different sports going on all at the same time, so come somewhere we can watch every one of them on every TV. That's here at Louisiana Crab Shack, and I'm going to start my 3 to See. We're going to start at the high school basketball ranks. I'm going to go with the Killeen Ellison Eagles headed up to Hillsboro to take on Garland Saxe in the area round on Friday night at 7:30. Ellison, number 3 in the state for good reason. Plenty of talent across the floor on that team in a really intriguing region. A couple of wins away from that regional tournament in a region that has the likes of an Allen, some of those great schools up in DFW, Rockwall, Austin, some of those Houston area teams really running the gamut. Really impressive basketball teams. It'll be a lot of fun to watch, and I tell you what, I do believe that Ellison has what it takes to get to that regional tournament and possibly get out of there to get to a state tournament down there in San Antonio. So the next step on that, taking on a Garland Saxe team a little bit inexperienced, winning their first playoff game this week, going up against an Ellison team that certainly has been there before. So if you get a chance, head on up to Hillsboro, watch the Eagles take on the Mustangs. I'm taking the Eagles in this one. Like I said, I think they have the talent to get not only out of that region, but also get to the state championship and make some noise. In the college ranks this week, getting down to the end here, the Baylor Bears certainly closing in on their first ever Big 12 title, taking care of business against Kansas State. I expect them to take care of business against TCU over the weekend. The Frogs have really struggled down the stretch after starting off relatively strong in conference play. But then the game that I'm watching out for is Monday night at the Farrell Center, Texas Tech, 8 p.m. That is the biggest hurdle, I believe, for Baylor to get over if they want to clinch that Big 12 title. Obviously, going to West Virginia to close out the season, that's going to be tough. But I think if they can take care of business against a good Texas Tech team that's a little Jekyll and Hyde. We've seen them as a young team. They've looked great at times. They've looked bad at times. They have not looked great on the road. But this is a team that's playing for their NCAA seeding, really needing some impressive quad 1 wins to impress the committee and maybe move up a line or two on that seeding line. And then, of course, Baylor, you know what's at stake there. It's a Big 12 championship. You have the inexperience of Texas Tech, but the raw talent going up against that experience and talent of the Baylor Bears. I think it's a fascinating matchup. Chris Beard versus Scott Drew. Baylor's kind of taken Texas Tech's model that they took last year to the NCAA championship game. They have the defense, they have experienced graduate transfers, and then they've got guys that can just go get you buckets. So I think this is going to be a fantastic coaching matchup. I'm looking forward to 8 o'clock Monday night at the Farrell Center. Big Monday, Baylor and Texas Tech should be a fun one to watch. I do think the Bears will get it done, knowing what's at stake. They can smell it now. Coach Drew always talks about it. 13 days to make history, 12 days to make history, 11 days to make history. They're getting closer, and they can smell that trophy, and they want nothing more than to finish out strong, beat TCU, Texas Tech, and West Virginia, and take that Big 12 title trophy and bring it back here to Waco. Of course, Baylor basketball not the only one in action this week. The Lady Bears taking on Kansas State, where they're going to get presented their Big 12 championship trophy for winning their 10th straight title, an outright title. But I'm going to go down to Houston. The Baylor baseball team in the Shriners College Classic, one of my favorite events all season long. We have the Big 12 SEC Challenge in basketball. That's kind of what this is for baseball. It's a 3-on-3 tournament. You got Baylor, Oklahoma, and Texas going down to play the likes of Missouri, Arkansas, and LSU. Anytime you get those names together on the same baseball diamond, it's going to make for some great baseball. I think the Bears are going in, seeing this as an opportunity. I feel like they're kind of the underdog going in here, playing teams like a Missouri, playing teams like at Arkansas and LSU. You're going to get a chance to see SEC caliber pitching on the weekend, which you're really not going to see much at all in Big 12 play. So if you can go down there, have a good weekend against some of these SEC pitching staffs, I feel like that gives this team a ton of confidence going into Big 12 play, especially with how many young players the Bears have. If you can go down there, you're going to see some really good arms and a lot of really good arms. And as I mentioned, I don't know that anyone, maybe other than Texas Tech in the Big 12, has the depth of the caliber of arms that they're going to see over the weekend, especially between LSU and Arkansas, because those are teams that start every year trying to get to Omaha. The Bears certainly expect to get there eventually. Maybe this is the year, but they'll be able to measure themselves and prove themselves early in this tournament. So I look for a great weekend of baseball. Not only Baylor, but you got Texas and Arkansas, you got Oklahoma and LSU playing throughout the weekend, some old Southwest Conference rivalries. So I look forward to this one. I think that the Bears will struggle a little bit, but it'll be a learning experience that they can take with them into conference play. So certainly some quality baseball being played down there in Houston, as the Bears expect to play quality baseball throughout the year back here in Waco as well. You want quality? Come here to Louisiana Crab Shack. Great food, great atmosphere. There's some games over here, and of course TVs to watch whatever sport you want. They're all on right now. We got baseball, we got golf, we got basketball, anything you want. Come down here to Louisiana Crab Shack and check it out. I will be back next week with Manny. We'll be back together again, but I appreciate you joining me for my solo mission here on 3 to See this week. We'll talk to you guys next week.